Hello?
For real.
I don't know why.
Just don't cry, bro. Don't cry afterwards.
I don't know why.
Please don't cry.
All right, he'll take it on the chin. He'll be all right.
You gonna cry, man.
Now watch this.
Man,
Watch
I got you
January
on the pound
31st.
for pound list, man.
After the
because you
fight,
beat
I
some
want you to
Peter.
talk everything you've been talking since I've been big.
Man, I can't wait.
I'm gonna show you.
Man, I
I'ma
wish it
show
was
you.
tomorrow, man. I wish it was today, man.
Man, we could. I'm ready
gonna
right
shut
now.
you down.
I'm ready at any given time.
Floyd Mayweather fired back at Teofimo Lopez during the press conference, reminding him that talking loud doesn't change what happens once timing and discipline show up. Confidence is fine, but skill decides everything when the bell rings. Then, Teofimo Lopez Sr. jumped in with full conviction, saying they're going to beat Shakur and freeze him the same way Lomachenko was frozen. He spoke like this was a sequel already written in their minds. That's when the temperature shifted. Shakur didn't bark back.
You gotta show it, baby.
I don't think
pressure's
y'all
on
did
you.
either. I ain't see.
Not on my son.
I ain't see Lomachenko throw no punches.
You
for
never
6
been on a
rounds.
big stage like this.
I didn't see Lomachenko throw punches
You
for
never
6
been
rounds.
on a big stage like
I
this.
didn't see Lomachenko throw punches
'Cause we
for 6
froze him.
rounds. Okay, you gonna see.
We gonna freeze you too.
You better not. You better not throw the towel
Come on, man. You out of your mind.
in. Okay.
My son fought without
Wanna
no
see?
air. My son fought without no air against Cambosis.
You can't fight for
got
your
balls.
son. You can't fight
You
for
gonna
your
tell
son.
me, man? Come on.
You can't fight for your son.
I bet you gonna quit.
Yeah, okay.
He smiled and calmly said he's going to expose Teofimo. That quiet confidence landed harder than any insult. The contrast was immediate. One side was selling belief and bravado. The other was selling inevitability. It stopped sounding like trash talk and started sounding like clashing philosophies. Pressure versus precision. Noise versus control. Both fighters carry elite confidence. Teofimo is clearly stronger and more athletic. He has a sharp boxing IQ, but Shakur is the smarter, more technical fighter. He isn't robotic or textbook. He's
Come in, pressure, do whatever he gotta do. He's just gonna bring out the best in me.
You fight, man, because you just want everybody to think you're the best, man. You never
Yo,
fought nobody.
Senior, do not fall when you get in the ring this
Nobody
time,
like
bro.
my son.
I don't want to see
Nobody
that.
like my son.
Stay on your feet.
Bro, he faster, quicker,
Gotta
smarter,
have it in control.
more
You can't do this,
entertaining,
bro.
more entertaining.
Oh, snap.
Shut up, man.
Okay.
That double stepping that you do, bro, I got that shit
You're
figured
so
out.
mad.
seasoned, poised, and experienced. Shakur is mentally more mature, doesn't fight outside his boundaries or take unnecessary risks. Sometimes that makes his fights look boring, which is why he gets criticized. But against Teofimo, that same careful approach could be exactly what wins him the fight. Being careful doesn't mean being passive. Shakur is precise and punctual with everything he does. He has a deep arsenal to secure victory, just like Teofimo does. If Teofimo shows up the way he did against Lomachenko, he absolutely can win. After all the talk about styles and strategy, Richardson Hitchens cuts through the noise with gym floor honesty. You can't fake.
You gotta make it a little ugly. If you try to be too technical with Shakur, it could be too long of a weighted chess match. You know, certain people don't want to see that. They don't want to see pop shots. You know what I mean? They want to see good action. I have yet to see, and I think you could attest with me, I don't think we have seen Shakur face anyone higher than who he's gonna face next, and that's of me. So, you know, I definitely, commend him at least for
this. He's known Shakur since they were kids, sleeping in gyms, sparring late nights, sharpening each other long before the spotlight arrived. That matters because when Hitchens says Shakur is on another level, it's not fandom, it's memory. When he says Teofimo is gifted but not on Shakur's boxing level, that's not disrespect. That's perspective from someone who has lived inside Shakur's rhythm. Richardson still gave Teofimo full respect, calling him decorated and dangerous. But he kept returning to the same truth. Boxing-wise, Shakur is different. When Richardson mentioned Teofimo, saying Shakur isn't used to him, you could hear the quiet confidence underneath. Familiarity cuts both.
Lomachenko, and one of the things that I think that gets lost in that fight against Lomachenko is Teo threw more than 100 punches in the final round to make sure he won that fight.
Yeah, no question. Even in the loss that he had against Kambosos, where he had a puncture, like he had some medical condition in his esophagus that like was dangerous actually.
He also made an important distinction. Being defensive can backfire, but Shocker isn't just defensive, he's a high-level problem solver. That confidence wasn't loud, it was calm, almost bored, like someone who already knows how this movie usually ends. When Richardson said, "It's different," that wasn't trash talk. It was a warning. Even when he joked about fighting Teofimo himself, if an upset happened, the certainty underneath was clear. This fight isn't about hope or hype, it's about skill showing. Up on time, Teofimo has to be perfect for 12 rounds. Shocker just has to be himself, and anyone who's been around boxing knows which is harder. After Richardson framed this as a skill gap, Gary Russell Jr. stepped in with veteran clarity. His message was simple: intellect over athleticism. Not a diss to Teofimo, it's a warning. Explosiveness doesn't scare thinkers who know where the
defensive. They can play against you, but Shakur's a high-level boxer, and Teo ain't on Shakur level. Teo know that, and like I told Teo when I see him, I said it's different. He told me that me and Shakur is used to each other. That's why I feel like it's different. He said Shakur not used to him. So in 2 weeks we'll see.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Teo is a 3.5.
Teo, if you were supposed to somehow win, man, Teofimo's a tremendous fighter at the end of the day. I got to give ultimate respect to him because he is one of the most decorated young fighters in the sport today. And it's not going to be an easy task for Shakur, but I just feel like Shakur, when it comes to boxing,
exits are. Still, Gary didn't sugarcoat it for Shocker. He said this fight turns ugly if Teofimo applies controlled chaos. Not wild swings, but purposeful pressure. 4 and 5 punch bursts, closing distance, touching first. When Gary referenced Lomachenko, it wasn't nostalgia, it was a blueprint. Gary explained it clearly. Shakur wants clean reads, resets, and space. If Teofimo can force him backward and make him defensive instead of proactive, the optics change fast and boxing lives on optics. But if Teofimo waits and plays cute, Shocker will pick him apart over 12 miserable rounds. Gary leaned Shocker, because intelligence age is better than bursts. This wasn't fence-sitting, it was layered truth. Intellect wins if chaos stays controlled. Chaos wins if intellect gets crowded. That's why this fight is conditional, not predictable. Then Gabe. Rosado stepped in and raised the intensity without raising his voice.
If he fights Shakur the way that he fought Lomachenko, that will somewhat poke holes in Shakur's game as far as allowing him to dictate the ring, dictate the revenue of the ring. You know, he have to mash the gas, like I say, in spurts. Push Shakur in the defensive, make him want to be defensive, make him question when he punches.
He said, both fighters are champions who still fight like they're trying to earn something, and that's dangerous. Gabe leaned Shocker, not out of favoritism, but proof. He pointed to the Zepeda fight. Shocker stood in the pocket, absorbed. Shots, returned fire, worked the body, and never lost himself. That's not abandoning your style, it's expanding it. Gabe also respected Teofimo, calling him phenomenal. This wasn't hype. It was acknowledgement that if both men come aggressive, the margin for error shrinks fast.
In my personal opinion, if I had to choose somebody, I'm more so leaning towards Shakur. But I still feel as though it's a 50-50 fight. I feel like it's a 50-50 fight. I feel like Shakur, his game plan is to fight the way that he fights.
Gabe shifted the conversation when he talked about the brains behind Shocker. Having Crawford, Ward, and that championship think tank around you is an edge. You can't measure with punch stats. That's experience guiding you mid-camp and mid-round. Gabe didn't say Shocker wins because he's better. He said Shocker wins because he's prepared from angles Teofimo might not even see yet. Talent matters, but layers matter more. That's why so many fighters lean Shocker, not because Teofimo can't win, but because Shocker keeps evolving. Without losing himself, drop your take in the comments. Let's really talk about it. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Bloodline Boxing.